Turner syndrome. Yes. So the next topic of choice, very importantly, yes, we have something known as, there's a very wonderful question they ask in exam. If you have a female patient with a webbed neck, if you have a female patient with a webbed neck, what will you think of? So if you have a female patient with a webbed neck, we all know that we'll think of Turner syndrome. And if you have a male patient with a webbed neck, you will think of Noonan syndrome. I'll repeat again. Now, this is very importantly, 1 second. Yes. So this is a patient. It is a female patient with a webbed neck. This neck of the patient is like a web. So female patient with a webbed neck, with short stature, with widely spaced nipples. Female patient with a webbed neck, with short stature, with widely spaced nipples. You will think of Turner syndrome. We'll think of Turner syndrome. If this is a male patient with a webbed neck, if this is a male patient with a webbed neck, you will think of Noonan syndrome. Male patient with a webbed neck, you will think of Noonan syndrome. And which is the most common congenital heart disease in Turner syndrome? The most common congenital heart disease in Turner syndrome is a bicuspid aortic valve. Bicuspid aortic valve. And the most common cause of death in Turner syndrome is coarctation of aorta. MCQ. MCQ. Female patient with a webbed neck, with short stature, with widely spaced nipples. And the most common congenital heart in Turner syndrome is a bicuspid aortic valve. And the most common cause of death in Turner is coarctation of aorta. And they ask in exam, what is the X-ray finding of coarctation of aorta? Figure of 3 appearance. Figure of 3 appearance you see in coarctation of aorta, number 1. Number 2, this will be a female patient with a webbed neck, and also this patient ultrasound is very important. This is an exam question. It's important to get an ultrasound in the Turner syndrome patient. Number 1, you will have a horseshoe shaped kidney. You will have a horseshoe shaped kidney. And one more thing, very importantly, you will see for the ovaries, and you will realize there is a streaking of ovaries. There is a streaking of ovaries, as in ovaries are not working. And if ovaries are not working, so number 1, this patient cannot be a biological parent. Number 2, if ovaries are not working, still the body will try to have still the hormones will go to the brain, and they will cause increase in the FSH and LH levels. Compensatory mechanism in the brain causing increase in the FSH and LH levels. Okay. So these are the important points you should know. I'll repeat again. Number 1, the Turner syndrome, the karyotype is 45XO, whereas Noonan syndrome, the karyotype is normal. I told you Turner syndrome, the patient cannot be a biological parent because they are infertile due to streaking of the ovaries. Whereas the Noonan syndrome, they will be fertile, they can be a parent, but delayed puberty. Turner syndrome, very importantly, is only in females, and Noonan syndrome, the male with the webbed neck, is mostly seen in males, but Nelson has told male or females. But overall, we say Noonan male, Turner female. All syndromes will have mental retardation, which is now known as intellectual disability. But Turner syndrome is one patient syndrome where the IQ is perfectly normal. This is very interesting. All syndrome patient IQ gone. But Turner syndrome is one syndrome where the IQ is perfectly normal, whereas intellectual disability is present in Noonan syndrome. Okay. And also, I told you the most common congenital heart in Turner is a bicuspid aortic valve, and the most common cause of death in Turner is coarctation of aorta. The most common congenital heart disease in Noonan syndrome is pulmonary stenosis. And also, Noonan syndrome patient will have an anti-mongoloid slant. Let me see if I have the picture. So this part we have done. Okay. Yeah. So see, this is known as anti-mongoloid slant. This is quite interesting. Like, for example, if I show you one picture, this one, look at the eyes, the upward slanting of the eyeballs, like this. So upward slanting of the eyeballs, this is known as mongoloid slant. Upward slanting, this is known as mongoloid slant, which is seen in Down syndrome. And if you have the downward slanting of the eyeballs, this is known as anti-mongoloid slant, which is seen in a case of Noonan syndrome. important for the exam purpose, number one. Number two, very importantly, so yes, so this patient was there, just wanted to show you webbed neck. This is a webbed neck looks like, okay. So this is the Turner syndrome patient. There is a mnemonic we have made. Imagine Turner syndrome patient, they are short stature, okay. Female patient with webbed neck, with widely spaced nipples, with short stature, with amenorrhea, period issues, okay. So that's why they, whenever they drive a car, they prefer a car which has low cabins, like a choti gadi, low car. So the mnemonic we have kept over here is low cabins for Turner syndrome. She's turning her wheel. The driver is short and prefer low cabins. So L for low thyroid. The patient will have hypothyroidism, and L for lymphedema. Lymphedema. So L for low thyroid and L for lymphedema. O for ovaries underdeveloped. That's what streaking of ovaries or ovaries underdeveloped that you have in a case of Turner syndrome. Okay. And L O W. W for webbed neck. W for webbed neck. So L for low thyroid or lymphedema. O for ovaries underdeveloped. And streaking of ovaries, and W for webbed neck. Low cabins. C for cystic hygroma. Let me show you a picture of cystic hygroma. 1 second. This one. This is the case of cystic hygroma. Remember that, okay? Number one. So, and I'll show you lymphedema also. 1 second. So this is lymphedema, like a full body swelling like that over here. So lymphedema, this is the picture, and this is the picture of cystic hygroma. This one, this is known as cystic. This one, the cystic swelling hygroma. So low cabins. C for cystic hygroma, and what you call A for, I told you, amenorrhea, like a primary amenorrhea, and A for arch, like a high arch palate. So remember the previous syndrome also, Marfan also had a high arch palate, and because of high arch palate, I will have a nasal voice, जैसे कि मैं नाक से बात कर रहा हूँ. Okay, cabins. B for bicuspid aortic valve, the most common congenital heart, and even B for absent bar body. This also they had asked in SS paper. So absent bar body also logical point regarding this one. Okay, nipple, they are widely spaced nipples. Low cabins. S for short stature, S for horseshoe shaped kidney, and S for sensory neural hearing loss, and S for short fourth metacarpal, चौथी ungli choti. So very interesting. S, short stature, horseshoe shaped kidney, sensory neural hearing loss, and short fourth metacarpal. So low cabins. So this is low, and this is cabins, low cabins for Turner syndrome. And that's what, please do a renal ultrasound in a case of Turner syndrome. Why? Because horseshoe shaped kidney is there. That's why ultrasound is important. And which malignancy can happen in Turner syndrome? Gonadoblastoma. Gonads, ovaries are infertile, no? So gonads, gonadoblastoma. MCQ, remember that, okay? This part is done, okay. Which of the following is not a feature of Turner syndrome? Shield chest, short fourth metacarpal, cubitus varus, and cryptorchidism. See, answer is cryptorchidism. Testes issue is not seen in Turner syndrome because Turner syndrome is a female patient with a webbed neck. Remember that. That you should know. It has nothing to do with testes. Only streaking of ovaries is seen.